What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to go over the heroic version of the 0 hour mission. This is how you get the catalyst for the Outbreak perfected. And in this video I want to make this for new light players. So this is going to be using entirely year 1 weapons. I want to make sure I'm using weapons that anybody in new light would have access to. So for that reason I'm using the year 1 player of the game, the Riskrunner, as well as the Alone as a God sniper. Now I will be switching over to Sleeper Simulant when we get to the very end, but I want to have weapons that anybody can have access to. Now if you're watching this and you're having trouble either getting this one done for the heroic, or if you're having trouble getting the weapon itself, I do a lot of live streams here on YouTube. At this point I've helped out over 400 people get Outbreak perfected on all 3 platforms. So make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure you have notifications on, pop into a live stream, I'd love to see you guys there. Aside from having these weapons here, you want to make sure you have armor that matches up as far as perks go. So you'll notice here I have a lot of different reserves on the armor. I'm using some old armor that has special ammo finder. That's going to be really nice. And making sure that you always have ammo is going to be one of your biggest challenges with this. So with that said, let's go ahead here and fly into the mission, and I'll explain a bit more about my choices as we fly in. I do recommend rallying to a flag. In our case here, we came over to the tribute hall to grab ammo. If you don't have that, not a big deal. Just go to any public event. You can rally to that flag. That way you have full ammo heading into the mission. Ammo concerns are going to be really big for this because if you run out of ammo and you don't have special or heavy, that's going to make things a lot more difficult. So let's jump right into this. This is 0 hour heroic, and you want to make sure too you check out the Singe. And this particular week is an arc Singe that comes into play at the very end of this before you get to the final boss fight. So as we fly in, guys, I'll go over my loadout here one more time. Using everything from year 1. This weapon is kind of hard to get. It's from the Leviathan raid. If you don't have that, not a big deal. You can always use a scout rifle. Normally I use a scout, but because I'm using Riskrunner here, I'm going to go with a sniper just for a bit of extra damage versus the fallen tanks. The enemies in this have a bit of a match game to them. So because of that, you want to make sure you have every damage type available. So I'm having Void for my subclass. I have arc damage with the Riskrunner, and I have solar damage here with the play of the game. Making sure you have a weapon type for each enemy is going to be really important here because otherwise it's very difficult to break the enemy shields. I'm using the Orpheus rigs on my Hunter. I find that to be the best subclass here for this mission. Getting my super is going to be important, so I have some super mods to help out with that. Super regen is much different here in Shadowkeep, and in many ways these missions are a lot more challenging than they were before Shadowkeep came out. So here we go. We're going for this 20-minute time limit. I'm playing with CPT Lloyd. As much as I want you guys to subscribe here, I will link Lloyd's channel. Please make sure you subscribe there. He's an awesome guy. If you watch any of the live streams here, you know how good of a player he is and how much he helps out on this channel. So can't thank him enough. Lloyd is the man. So we're going to go in here. I like Riskrunner in this because once you have Arc Conductor activated, this thing will just start shredding people, and it can help out quite a bit in this very first section. So Riskrunner is pretty awesome, and I believe there's a quest for it now too, risk versus reward, so that can make this a really, really nice weapon to use. Not the best in terms of boss DPS, but when you look at straight going through and clearing ads for this first section, absolutely, this is a great weapon to use. I forget exactly how you get the catalyst. I'll look that up and put that in the description. Or you guys can comment down below. So let's get in here. We're going to start clearing these guys out really quick. And if I have some sniper ammo, so I can start taking out, oops, I can start taking out these dudes if I can shoot better. That's always important too, shooting good. The better you shoot, the faster you can go. Alright, so here we go. Let's get these guys down. Those dudes will mess you up. Those sniping guys, they will mess you up real easy. Alright, so evidently Lloyd took out this section pretty fast. He's crushing everybody. So anything above 18 minutes going through this part is really good. That's going to be right on track. This next room is actually probably the most difficult one before the final boss fight. If you can get through this with 18 minutes left, or I'm sorry, 16 minutes left, that's a good number to shoot for. Let's go ahead here and start getting rid of some of these guys. I cannot snipe at all. You hate to see it. Alright, so we're doing pretty good here. Lloyd's making some orbs. That's really handy. Orb regeneration is so important right now. Once I get Arc Conductor, I can start shredding these guys. You can notice that with the match game, that does create some issues, but Riskrunner with the Catalyst and that Arc Conductor, nearly every enemy in this does arc damage. You're going to have that activated so often, and that will help you out quite a bit here. Let's go ahead and get this guy down. The one thing I have on my character that Year 1 players will not have is the Fallen Armaments, and those are from the Scourge of the Past raid. They are really, really useful. I'm going to try to tether these guys really quick. So, Arc Conductor is awesome. Let's go ahead and get this dude down. For any more snipers? Yep. So now the cool thing with this is the sniper is going to do a lot of damage versus these tanks. So that's pretty nice. This guy's up here. Let's get him down. Whoops. He dropped heavy. That's always important. So again, anything above 16 minutes is good here. We're actually doing really good right now. And if you have a full fire team, that's awesome. I was going to try to do this solo and be pro gamer, but here's the thing, guys. Doing this with a fire team, number one, it's easier. Number two, it's more enjoyable. So let's not kid ourselves here. Yes, it's wonderful to see solo play and all that kind of stuff, but more often than not, you're going to have a team. And that's why I have Lloyd here. Plus, he's an amazing player, and he's a man. So it's a win-win scenario. Rip. Alright, so let's keep going here. I'm actually doing great for heavy ammo, but I'm not doing good for special. That's okay. I'm going to switch to Sleeper Simulant anyway, but I'm going to switch to that towards the very end. You know, I may even just keep Riskrunner. Who knows? Alright, I'm trying to keep up with Lloyd. He's a Titan. He moves quickly, and he beats people up. Comment down below if that is the Titan way of life. Now, the one thing you'll notice here too that you guys I didn't mention, you have to defeat every enemy to open up the next door. So that's really important. You want to make sure you clear out the entire enemy area, otherwise that force field will still be up. And some of these invisible guys, it's easy to run past them. I know in a lot of live streams we've been going so fast trying to focus on doing well that it's really easy to miss one of those guys. So now we cleared the first area of ads, and our focus now is going through the jumping puzzle. The jumping puzzle for the heroic is a bit different. So the first time I did this, going through, thought it was going to be the same like Whisper is. No, it's very different, and it's very easy to get lost. So in the heroic, you actually go over this way. And if you're having trouble with this, just make sure you pause the video, rewind a little bit, that way you guys can see exactly where we go. Now, truth be told, I need to be staying out of Lloyd's way because he's kind of fast, so I'm going to back away here. Last thing I want to do is hold up my teammates. Sometimes you have to just be honest with yourself and cognizant about your own abilities and also to the strength of your team. So Lloyd's going to go through. He's going to grab the switch for this. The switch for this is you want to get the number 3 door to come up, and you can go the way Lloyd went. You can also go the way I went and go across this way through that door down there, and then the back corner. That's where you're going to get the switch for number 3. But I know Lloyd's really good at that, so that's why I let him go down there. Again, you want to have a good cadence with your team. So now we're going through this jumping part. This jumping part is really challenging, especially with changes to the armor system in Shadowkeep. Having all the different stat rolls, it's very easy to not have a high mobility, and that can be challenging when it comes to the outside portion of this. Now the cool thing is, if your teammate goes fast, he can hit a switch, and then it makes these platforms come out. So for your other 2 teammates, they can have an easier time of going through the jumping puzzle. So at this point now, Lloyd is so far ahead, I gotta try to keep up with him. Okay, so this is the most difficult part of this jumping puzzle. That's when you go outside here on the wall. Yes, it looks amazing. The last city looks cool, but this is not for the faint of heart, especially if you're scared of heights. So you want to go across the wall here. I myself, on the Hunter, I find it easier to do this without these jump boots. If you're on your Titan, Lion Rampants are really nice here. It gives you a lot more flexibility. The Warlock is actually good on this too. With the balance glide can be nice. But for the hunter, I'm going a bit slower here without the jump boots, and I find that to be the most useful. So just be more patient here. If you die, it will send you all the way back to the very beginning of this jumping part. So don't worry about that too much. Just take your time and do your best. For this, I like to go all in kind of one motion. So once that first platform comes up, you just want to kind of go relatively quickly, and then you can get over here. We're almost home. We got to jump up a few more steps here. We want to go up to this level and then go over to that little open panel. So here we're going to go down this long vent, and you want to be kind of mindful of these things or you're going to get smacked like I did there. But all's well that ends well. We got through. At this point, now that we're through here, we're basically back. We've gone kind of a different pathway, and we're over to where the fans are. Once I get up here, we're over to where the fans are, where you do the normal version. So this part should be kind of familiar here at this point. But you can tell, though, the heroic jumping puzzle is a lot more difficult. It's significantly longer, and that's what makes this a lot more challenging than the normal version. Very different from Whisper versus Heroic. Whisper Heroic is pretty much the exact same. This, they gave us some curveballs, which I like. Guys, let me know, if you're watching right now, let me know what you like better, Whisper or 0 Hours as far as the missions. Alright, so I'm through here. Lloyd has already gone through and he's hit these platforms, so that makes this jumping puzzle easier for me. But I'm going to go through this normal way that I normally do. Alright, so now that we're through here, we're actually making wonderful time. We're making wonderful time when it comes to this. And we're at the portion where the Trevor robot is. Trevor is a guarding robot down here. He goes on a set pathway. So if you know that, then it's okay. Lloyd's going off to the left. We'll look at that more carefully. Lloyd's going off to the left. He's hit both switches. Now there's 2 switches on the right. Once those are down, the door opens up. That robot, Trevor, though, is going to try to prevent us from doing it. So I'm going to drop down here, and I'm going to go to the right. So I think Trevor just went by. I'm going to go to the right. You saw that little red light go there. That was our buddy robot. So I'm going to go to the right. I think Lloyd's over here now with me. He's telling me to basically go this way and grab the first one. Having a good rapport with your team is very important. Lloyd and I have done this pretty often. And now I can hit this switch. He's gotten the second one. So now all 4 switches are down. So we can safely meet at the doorway, provided Trevor doesn't run us over and kill us. Don't see him right now. Like I said, he goes on a set path, so as long as you get down here and go left first and then double back to the right, you can get it done without running into him. But it's very easy to get beat up by that guy. Rip. Oh, at least I have Arc Conductor. So now the question I have right now is, do I switch over to Sleeper? I kind of think I should. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. You can jump up this wall, but in my case here, I'm going to switch over to Sleeper. And I'm going to take off the main ingredient here, or the Riskrunner. But I got to go with something that is... Alright, I'll go with this one just because, and I'll go with this. That way I have special ammo, primary, and then heavy. Going up this elevator. Again, you can jump back and forth up the wall. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to that. But if you want to be safe, you can always just go up the elevator. So once you go up here, you want to slide down this pathway. I'm doing okay for ammo. Whoa, jeez. I'm doing okay for ammo right now. But I could definitely use some special drops here at the very end. I could certainly use a grenade kill to get my heavy ammo back. But as far as time goes, we're doing really well. Now, like I said, this is we're doing the arc version right now. So Lloyd is carefully going across. I'm going to go across the arc pathway too. There's a lot of different Google images you can look up and see which way to go. But you have to go across this path, otherwise it will kill you. This is the arc path right here. Once your teammate gets across, they can hit a switch that will turn off this puzzle for a little time. And the switch is right here. So now it's green. I could safely run across without getting burnt. But your teammate has to know where that is and now has to hit it. If you're running really far behind, that jumping puzzle or that floor puzzle does reset. So keep that in mind too. It's not going to be turned off forever. So now that we're here at the final fight, we have 7.5 minutes or so to beat this. I'm doing okay for ammo. I'm jumping down here. I need to get a grenade kill on this dude right here. And if I do that, I'll get some heavy ammo, which is awesome. And now I can take down these guys. It's very important to take down the Vandals because those guys will shred you really fast. Alright, so I've never used Sleeper on this guy. Let's see. Okay, that nearly killed him. That's good. I don't want to just blindly use heavy ammo though. I need to save that for the boss because he's kind of beefy. But heavy ammo did drop right here. That's actually really, really clutch. So once his health comes down a bit, then this first servitor will come in. There's 2 servitors. This guy is not too bad. And Sleeper made quick work of him. I can actually probably hit this guy one time and then grab this ammo. Anything you can do to maximize the amount of ammo you're getting back, whether it be with scavengers or whether it be with not picking it up until you know it's going to max out your ammo gains, that's really, really important. This actually kind of sucks here. I don't have anything that can beat these guys. So I'm actually going to need Lloyd to take those guys out. Riskrunner would have been good against him. Okay, so no arc weapons. If I have to, I'll switch back to Riskrunner. Alright, but Lloyd's taking them guys out pretty fast. This is where it's good for your team to have a nice balance when it comes to your weapons here. Right now, I don't have any arc capabilities, and that is kind of hurting me. But Sleeper's doing really good against this tank, though. It's actually really nice. It's doing a ton of damage. Wow, okay. I think Lloyd must have hit him from across the map. We're actually doing really good right now. I'm going to try to get a grenade kill really fast, and if I can hit this dude. Sleeper is actually still really good. I know it's a long quest line to get this, and I know it's not quite as good as it was before, but this is still a great option, especially if you have a bit more limited choices with your weapons. It's actually really good still. I'm going to hold on to my super just in case. If you leave one enemy alive, no more enemies spawn in, no more ads spawn in. But that's why I want to save my super just in case we do kill those guys, and then we can go ahead and easily get this done if there's more ads that come in. I don't know what he just did, but he almost killed him. Alright, so now that those guys spawned in, I can use my super. That was kind of a bad tether. You guys will be better than me, though. And there we go. So once these last guys are down, you would then have... Okay, so Lloyd killed everybody. You would then have your catalyst. This is also how you make progress for your catalyst too. Each week, the heroic version will give you 20%. If you do the configuration puzzle to get the awesome ship, that will give you 33% basically. And as always, give your teammate the secret handshake when you're done. Mission complete means that, hey, you are one step closer to having your catalyst complete or from getting your catalyst, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If this was helpful, hit that like button. It does make a difference. Like I said, subscribe, come back to some live streams. Make sure you guys subscribe to CPT Lloyd. He is a boss. I love that guy. He's so helpful in the streams. He's a good dude, so make sure you guys subscribe there. Thanks for watching. We'll catch up soon, and best of luck in 0 Hour. See you guys.